What is up, people? Welcome back to a special Friday morning edition of the No Gimmicks podcast here on the DFPN. We have a special guest coming through today. If you watched AEW Grand Slam, then you've seen this guy walk out to the ring with Sammy Guevara. He has his hands on a lot of theme songs that are in AEW right now, and he is a very busy person, works with a lot of incredible artists, and today he has decided to give us his time. He is a host of Teasy's Table, which is a very dope and incredible podcast in its own right. Very, very special brother. Please welcome to the show, Monteasy. How you doing, sir?
Peace, King. Peace, King. I'm doing good, man. Life is good, man. I'm blessed. I'm feeling good. Life is definitely been a blessing for me. I can't complain. I thank God each and every day. I'm here to wake up and have another day. And I'm welcomed and definitely happy to be on the No Gimmicks podcast, man. So I salute you.
I appreciate your time, man. I definitely do. Now, with these, I know you do a lot of these, and I know you're very privy to the interviews. So we normally start in a, how did you get into what you do? You know what I mean? But I want to do something different because you are a different type of person in this aspect to where I come across people, and when I hear it, I'm always intrigued. You always speak about manifestation and how you are able to manifest things and make things happen for you. What is your belief in that and how that has helped you so far in your career?
Great question. I don't get this question often, man. Great question. Manifestation truly is confidence and belief in what you set out to do. And it's having faith in doing what you're doing and not really worried about the results and worried about the destination as is in the journey. I believe that, it kind of like we have a third eye as people.
Right.
And we able to, God gives us this opportunity to have a vision, to kind of see things before they happen. So you speak great things into existence, and manifestation is being able to say, okay, this is what I'm shooting for, and I'm just going to go for it, and let the universe, the God, Allah, whoever you pray to, let that be your resource to manifestation. I said, okay, I want to do a podcast. Okay, I want to do theme music. Okay, how am I going to do this? And I just started working towards it. I just started
Right.
finding ways to get there. The direction will get you there where you need to go. You just need to be able to focus on how to get there and just put in
Right.
the work. Once you put the manifestation in, you have to put the work in. And I think once you put the work in and you're able to do that, everything else in the world kind of surrounds you. You get around the right people, you get around the right situations, you get around the right connections, you get around the right energy. And all that matters in manifestation. So I believe it's believing it, saying it internally, saying it outwardly, and then putting action towards it. And then everything in the universe, as long as you remain a good person and keep your karma good, everything will work out towards your manifestation. The problem with people is they manifest these things, but they don't treat people right. They get egotistical. They end up messing up the internal things that got them to that place. So manifestation is all about not only being positive, but how you treat the universe when the blessings come your way. When they start coming your way towards your dream, you can't change towards the manifestation. Otherwise, universal law is treat others how you want to be treated. So
Right.
once you start going against that universal law, stuff stops working for you in that way. So manifestation is not only about achieving your dreams and going towards your dreams, but it's also outwardly how you treat people going towards your manifestation as well.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. So, in response to that, how
Mhm.
surreal is it to know that you did speak these things into existence? Like, for instance, you like, I want to do theme songs. You're doing them, right? You have a very big part in what AEW has going on as far as theme songs. Not only AEW, but I'm pretty sure you affected other areas too. But you are very active in that community. How surreal is that for you?
It's funny because when you first started in anything, and when I first started in this in 2014, I really didn't have a game plan. I just kind of randomly did it. But something in my spirit told me, hey, you need to build on this.
Right.
And if you do this the right way, this could be your lane in what you do. And if you're willing to put in the hard work, you're willing to do it. But I also, to give you the God honest truth, I knew when I started this theme song thing, everybody just wants to shoot for the moon. WWE, no, AEW wasn't around at the time.
Right,
WWE.
right.
I said, okay, I need to start it from the ground up.
I love that. Yeah,
I
right.
started every indie promotion that I could. I spent my own dime, Maryland, West Virginia, Georgia, North Carolina, New York, where I'm from. I reside in Florida now, but from New York, you name it. I went to all the underground promotions and made my name there and built up to this point. So I wanted to start. So when you start from this, when you start with everybody in the trenches, there's a different respect for you when you get up.
Right, right.
Everybody just wants to shoot to WWE and all that, and that's cool if that's what you want to do. But what I did was I started from the ground up of every indie promotion. I don't care if there was 30 people there that night at the smallest wrestling promotion. Hey, I'm gonna do a theme song for you. I don't want no money for it. I'm gonna just do it. That's how I started.
Right.
So I started from the ground up in my manifestation of this. I had to have a game plan. It wasn't just something everybody went different ways about it. Some people just went the WWE route and it just worked for them. Me, in order for me to get where I had to go, I had to outwork everybody. And I had to outwork people. And I believe I always called myself the Little Wayne of wrestling music because there was a time when Little Wayne was on everything. Like Little Wayne was literally dropping albums like like Cakewalk, and
Right.
that's what my lane had to be until I can get to a point where I could be like a Jay-Z of wrestling music, where my style is at a point and I can kind of be at that point. I had to be the Little Wayne of this. I had to be on everything, bro. Everything. And I still do that now. The work doesn't stop because I'm at this level. I'm still grinding for indie, small, major, whatever. I did it. You know what I mean? And that's been part of my manifestation goal towards this, my brother, is outworking everybody, having a game plan, structuring how I did it, and having a game plan and how I was going to do it. So it's very surreal to be at this point because it all came together from 2014. Now my 10-year anniversary will be February. So to be here all this time, it's a blessing, brother.
Who was the first wrestler that you actually worked with that theme music?
My man Drolix in 2015. Drolix is a wrestler for MCW in Maryland. He's the one that put me on in wrestling. He's the first wrestler I ever worked with. He gave me my first cosign in wrestling. My man Drolix, he wrestled for Black Wall Street. That was his group, his stable. 2014 in Maryland, I made his song like January or February 2015. And he was the first person to put me on in the wrestling business. He introduced me to the wrestling business by me making his song.
Oh, nice. Shout out to MCW. We have a couple of group members that represent MCW, so shout out to them, man. How was it hearing your theme music? Somebody walk out to your theme music for the first time,
bro. That feeling now from then to now never gets old. Never gets old. I'm blessed, bro. Like I'm blessed. That first time hearing that, it's like, damn, people nod their head to your music and rocking. I'm like, damn, this is dope. This is fire. And then to see where it is now, 10 years later, I never lose that feeling. I always remember that first time. Keeps me humble, keeps me working, keeps perspective. I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose that feeling because then people get complacent. One thing I'm allergic to complacency. So I love that feeling. Every time I hear the music and I hear that feeling, I get excited and I'm happy and I feel elated. You know what I mean? That I get to hear that. Thousands of people nodding their head to your music, rocking to your music, saying it's dope. Man, that feeling never gets old, man. Never gets old.
Yeah, I definitely dig it. So what's your process behind creating a theme song? Well, let's switch a gear real quick. Let's go to your actual musical influence. What was the person or song that got you to like, I want to make music for a living? What was that?
Okay, I'll give you my inspirations first.
Okay.
My inspirations were always this, because it was 2003. I was a freshman in high school, and the people that inspired me to make music, it was a few people. It was 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, Talib Kweli, Eric Sermon, and Ludacris. Those were the people that inspired me to make music. I was mentored by his name is Shamelo Durant. God bless his soul, rest in peace. He passed away last year. My mentor. He produced "Put Your Hands on My Eyes Can See" for Busta Rhymes. So he produced that record, and he produced for P.D. Pablo. He produced for Bell Biv DeVoe. He produced for a bunch of people.
Right.
And he actually contributed to the Poison record by Bell Biv DeVoe. He added some production to that record. Shout out to him, changed his life. So him and Busta Rhymes were best friends. So Shamelo was the one that, honestly, I want to give him his shout out on the person who mentored me and got me into the music business and taught me that. So with that being said, those people inspired me to make music. The songs that inspired me was "Get By" by Talib Kweli, "Get by Talib Kweli," "The Blast" by Reflection Eternal, Talib and High Tech, In the Club, the whole "Get Rich or Die Trying" album by 50 Cent, the whole "Get Rich or Die Trying" album by 50 Cent. That album is the blueprint to me wanting to rap. Was that album?
that is the bomb that went off in the entertainment industry.
Yes, that song right there, me being a freshman in high school, hearing that song changed my life.
Definitely.
Anything Eric Sermon. Eric Sermon's always been one of my inspirations as a producer / writer. Love Eric Sermon for what he provided. Lloyd Banks as a writer, as a lyricist, being one of the strongest writers in the entertainment industry. In hip hop. So those are the people that did Reflection Eternal, The Blast, Talib Kweli, Get By, Common, Respiration, Ludacris, Stand Up, Black Thought, The Roots, Don't Say Nothing, and The Next Movement. Man, I could keep going on songs that has inspired me. T.I., Be Easy, 8 Ball and MJG, You Don't Want Drama. Anything Bone Thugs. Crazy Bone might be my favorite rapper of all time. Like 50 Cent, it's a tie between 50 Cent and Crazy Bone as I get older. Like, I try to rap in that kind of speed and I still ain't get there. Like, those guys are phenomenal. So, yeah, anything Bone Thugs, 50 Cent, though, yeah, that's that. I can name so many, but to answer your question directly, yeah, those are the people.
Are you from Queens?
Yes, I am.
I figured.
Yes, I am, brother. I am from Queens.
That's a lot of Queens references right there. Like 50 was a dead giveaway. I was like, oh, he gotta be from Queens. That's shout out to the Boroughbreds. They are on our network.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I can't believe I forgot to say this. Nas is my favorite rapper of all time. So
I get
Nas, Godson. Like Nas is my favorite rapper of all time. I can't believe I always say Nas is my GOAT. And I can't believe I forgot to mention him here. So I have to say that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your wisdom. I have to say
no. Good. You good. You're definitely good. So on this show, I play a game called Either Or. And you just play directly into it. So I got some questions that I'm gonna ask you later. Nas is definitely gonna be a player in this game. So
got you. So, let's get it.
So let's go back to the wrestling part of it, right? So hip hop and wrestling, they do have like this crazy history. Like it's almost silent, but it's present at the same time, right? So what is your relationship like with wrestling fans? So how, like, you do the themes and everything, but how is your relationship? Because you are an artist, but your way of making it is like non-traditional, right? So you almost got it. You have your foot in the entertainment industry, but to wrestling fans, like you're very well known. So what's your relationship like with them?
My relationship with them is I call myself like the people's champion. You know what I mean? Like the Rock. You know what I mean? Like I'm not the guy that even though I'm in wrestling that's going to be having the merch tables and selling merchandise, and that's not my thing. I would rather be the person that would do my own like podcast and Teasy's table, like my own show, and then come sit with the wrestling fans and sit right next to them. That's the
Right.
kind of guy that I am. I try to be the common man, try the Dusty Rhodes. I try to be that guy when it comes to wrestling fans because people have to realize that it's relatable. At the end of the day, no matter how much of a following that you have, if you're not in the ring wrestling, there's only so much you can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like they are what the people are watching. So
Right.
me being outside of that and being an artist, I understand that I have to be more in unison with the wrestling fans as I'm a fan myself. Even though I'm an artist, I'm not a wrestler. So it's a balance. It's a fine line that where I can be Monteasy, I can be, who I am and my brand name, but I'm also still a fan as well. So keeping that perspective and keeping that self-awareness keeps me honest with my wrestling fans and they support me in whatever I do because I'm still a man of the people, but I might be associated with AEW, WWE and certain things, but I'm not too far gone from still being the same fan everybody else is.
Right.
I'm still buy a ticket. I can go to the press box and get tickets or whatnot, but I'd rather buy my ticket and sit in the crowd with the people at WWE shows. You know what I mean? And sit right next to them. Like that's never going to change with me. You know what I mean? Because I have full understanding. So my relationship is great. I might not tweet about wrestling all the time. I might not Facebook about wrestling all the time. I might not. But my direct relationship with them and seeing what I'm doing has gotten me this far because it's a respect thing. It's a natural respect thing. The wrestlers see how I treat it, and the fans see how I treat it. So it's a fine balance that I keep, but it works for me.
Right. There is a fine line, and I'm finding this the more I start working around the industry, that the respect always has to be at the forefront, right? So I respect what they do. I don't get in the ring and do what they do, but I respect it. So me covering it has to be a fine line of respect there, like first. So I definitely agree with what you're saying. Um, who was the best wrestler to work with?
Great question. The best, as far as their song,
Right.
Swerve was the most detailed.
I
When
can
I
get
did hit
that.
one hits in 2017, he had a distinct thing that he wanted. So that was the most challenging one. But I knocked it out the park. But it took me. That was the most challenging. Sammy Guevara was the easiest to do because he was really easy in what he wanted and he trusted my vision. So yeah, I would say that the most fulfilling was Swerve because in 2017 because of what he wanted, but the easiest was Sammy. Sammy was the easiest. I'll probably say I work with most wrestlers when I do stuff. They trust my vision, so it's not really a hard thing. They just kind of have a direction on what they want to hear. Shane Taylor is also another one. He was very easy to work with too. He's kind of descriptive on what he wants, but he
Right.
trusts my vision. He's very easy to work with too. A lot of the guys are really easy, but Sammy definitely was one of the easiest.
Okay. I can understand that. We'll come back to Sammy in a second. Um, but staying on that wrestler tip, a lot of people don't know a bunch of wrestlers have bars, like straight bars. What was the most surprising wrestler that you found out had bars, like for real bars?
Is there somebody I'm associated with, or can I say
It
somebody
can
that I
be
don't know?
anybody. It can be anybody.
Oh, when I started mentoring Swerve in the studio, and then like a year later, he's keeping up with me. I'm like, oh shit. But I'm like, this dude learned quick, man. I was like, man, if I keep playing, like he go surpass me real quick musically, as far as lyrically. Like I gave him my sauce, and the next thing I know, he's a fast adapting learner
Wow.
that I've ever met. So seeing his progress and being a musician for only 3-4 years to see how his progress musically is phenomenal. The dude's vision and his sound. I already when I first told him, I said, "Dude, you could be a rapper, bro, and because you think like me, you think as an artist. You don't think as a wrestler. You think as an artist." So seeing where that has gotten to him now, that definitely, sometimes I was in the studio and I was like, "Oh God damn, damn, I gotta rewrite mine." I was like, he kind of cooked me right now. Like
he had you rewriting your verses. Dang.
a few of them. Like you'll see, like I'll give you a funny story. October 2nd, by the time this drops, it might be out. I don't know when you're dropping this, but he's dropping a verse to the Still Tipping beat from Mike Jones. So me, him, and my guy Anthony King, we're doing like a 2000s mixtape where we're rapping over industry beats. So we're doing a mixtape to where we're all doing that. So we're all doing a song to the Still Tipping beat. So before I did a verse, we all did a verse to Gossip Folks by Missy Elliott. So I laid my verse first on that. And he was like, "Oh, okay, that's fire." I could tell he was motivated. So we ended up, so the next beat we do in the studio session is Still Tipping by Mike Jones. And he went off so hard. I said, "You know what? I ain't coming after you, bro. You got it. You got it, dog." Like, I'm not, nah, bro. This needs to be you, and no, there's nothing I can say after this. So, you know, it's that's how it is, man. It's competitive fun, nothing. It's just pushing each other. Iron sharpens iron, sword sharpens sword. So it's just push each other to be better and to stay motivated. Not competition on the sense of being better than anybody else, but pushing each other to be better. And you need that amongst men. You need that. So
yes,
it's yeah, I would say Swerve, but definitely. Shout out to Myron Reed. He's dope. Shout out to Myron Reed. Shout out to, I mean, all the guys that's out, all the wrestlers out there making music. Shout out to Leo. Shout out to everybody who's doing their thing.
Yeah, shout out to all of them. Leo was my most surprising one. That I found out he could spit. I was like, oh man, I didn't know Leo had that in him. But yeah, shout out to him. So let's walk me through your experience. You get the call. You're gonna be on AEW Grand Slam. You're gonna be walking out Sammy Guevara. Walk me through that day. What was that experience like?
Wow. What a day. So probably a week beforehand, Sammy texts me and he says, "Hey man, I got the performance approved." I said, "Oh, that's dope." I said, "That's dope. Where's it going to be at?" He said, "Grand Slam in New York." I said, "Where I'm from? In my hometown? In my city? Where I'm from? You couldn't tell a better story than this." Like, word? Okay. So first it was supposed to be a live band. At first. AEW was like, "Nah, we just wanted it to be you and him." Cool. So I get there that day. Not really nervous, but when I'm backstage at rehearsal, I'm like, "Yo, this is real. I'm really doing this."
Yeah.
I'm really doing this, you know. And it was very quiet that whole day for me. A lot of networking, you know, everybody's backstage. I'm networking, shaking hands. You know, like they say in the game, shaking hands, kissing babies, meeting everybody, you know what I mean? So we do the rehearsal, and I'm like, wow, this is dope. So now it's getting closer to the time of the show. I find out, hey, we're going second on the card. I'm like, damn, this is second. This ain't. I don't even got time to. Oh, baby,
that's fast.
Ooh wee. So Eddie, and Claudio are wrestling, and I'm getting mic'd up, and I'm standing there, and Swerve's right next to me. Sammy's right there. Chris Jericho's right there. Kenny Omega. The Young Bucks are around. And I'm just looking around and I'm like, damn.
Like, I'm really here.
I'm really here.
Yeah.
And I hear the crowd. Everything booming. I'm mic'd up. Sammy comes out and he does his little Jericho pose. And I'm standing right behind the curtain. I wasn't nervous, but I knew I had to put on a show for my that I had. The best that I could. And I'm out there, and I wasn't nervous, but I felt like I deserved it. And I felt like it was my coming of age. I don't get nervous after I perform anymore. But so much in my mind, because my granddad who passed away was the person that, shout out to my granddad here. I have my necklace on right here. Definitely got to show him some love.
Shout out to him.
Is it around my neck? Somewhere around here. Got to show this. It's my granddad, pendulum on my granddad right here. Me and him, hard to see, but this is me and him. I wear this on my neck. He's the person that inspired me to do music. He's the person that, that pushed me to do this. And with his passing, the first thing I started thinking of was him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Him, my grandma, who I take care of, and her being my motivation, her watching it on TV, my whole family watching on television, telling my mom, telling my grandma, telling everybody, hey, I'm gonna be on television at this time. And to get the feedback, all the wrestling fans, people at my grandmother's job, everybody that's hit me up, man, that was a surreal experience that day, man. And to be able to perform in front of 10,000 folks, you know what I mean? I don't care what Jim Cornette said about me. There's nothing.
No, that's proof positive, bro. You made it. If Cornette's talking about you,
yeah,
you've been accepted.
absolutely, brother. I don't take it personal. Hey, man, maybe my music sucks to you, brother. I understand, OG, but I'm still a fan of it. I still remember you with the tennis racket back in the day. It doesn't bother me. So, I'm appreciative of the level of where I'm at. I'm blessed. I'm happy. I am so appreciative of that moment. And for Swerve to be right next to me, and I perform. I go back through the curtain, and Swerve is the first person right there saluting me, giving me a hug, saying you did it. My brother, my dog.
Shout out to Swerve, man. I'm happy for him too.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah,
I'm so proud of that man. I'm so proud of that man and what he's accomplished, what he's built, what he's done.
Yeah.
And what we've done together. So
yeah,
what an experience. That was a great experience to be able to do that.
Yeah, shout out to Swerve, man. Did you, while you were performing, did you feel like did like the crowd go away for you? Because it's such a big moment.
Yes. It was like I was in there rapping to an empty arena. That's how I felt.
Yes.
That's how I felt. It felt like I was rapping to an empty arena. All I saw was Chris, Sammy, and me. That's all I saw. And the camera pointing at me.
Right.
I didn't see anything else. I haven't watched the full performance back because I don't want to critique it. I want to live in the moment. It happened.
Yeah.
And if people rock with it, cool. But I don't want to look back at it, start critiquing what I could have done better. Did I do this right? Nah. I gave it to the universe. I did it, and I'm not. I'll watch it maybe a year or two from now when I'm kind of gone from the moment. But I haven't watched it back. It was just me. I felt like I was in tunnel vision. Me and the camera, and then at the end, the crowd applauded, and then I turned around and left. That's all I know. It was tunnel vision, bro. It was tunnel vision. Straight tunnel vision.
I totally get it. Because a moment that big is just like you have to. It's like the sound goes away, and it's just you and them, and it's just like, all right. And then the nerves are gone, and then you come back and you're just like, did I really just do that? Like, did that just?
And
really
it goes
happen?
quick. You get to build up for this moment, and then it'd be like 2 minutes, and you'd be like, well, damn. That's it.
Fast. Yeah, I want to do that again. Like, that was fast.
It's like I can do shit. I can do this every day. Shit. Like, yeah, hell yeah. Like, it was dope, man. That was a great shout out to. And then later in the night, I'm walking by. Tony Khan goes, great work, guy. Great work. Gave me a dap. That's all I needed. The boss happy.
You did it, man. You did it.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
You did it.
Absolutely.
So you said you have something coming out October 2nd. That's a couple days away. What is that?
Yeah. So, September 30th, Swerve drops his music video, Work That. He drops his music video, produced by Prophet, the producer. Shout out to Prophet. Salute to y'all. September 1st, he drops Dreams, October 1st, he drops Dreams, featuring myself, Anthony King, and Juice from the Flatbush Zombies. And then October 2nd, we're all dropping a thing called the Emmett Tape, where it's all not an Emmett Tape, but we're dropping content. All of us are dropping videos. Anthony King, myself, and Swerve, and we're dropping an exclusive clip free from all of us are doing different verses to different beats. So Swerve's dropping Still Tipping, my man King's dropping one to Joel Santana's Mic Check, and then I'm dropping one to Missy Elliott's Gospel Folks. Because here's my manifestation. I'm gonna say this on the No Gimmicks podcast. Me and Missy getting in the studio. Something's gonna happen. Missy, and keep this clip in case something happens. Look, I'm putting this in a manifestation. 11:39 a.m. 9/29/2023. Missy Elliott, I'm gonna need you. That's it.
You heard him. You heard him.
I'm gonna put that. That's my next manifestation into the universe of the Lord. Is Missy Elliott saying, "Look, I want to do something with that man," or co-sign him, something.
All right, we're gonna put that one in the universe. And I'm gonna clip this out. We're gonna put this on social media. Try to get it around as much as we can, man. Let's make this happen.
Let's do it. And then when
Missy
it happens,
you have an open invitation.
When it happens, hey, Missy Elliott, you ever been on a wrestling song?
Hey, that's all you gotta say. That's all you gotta say. You heard it here. You heard it here on No Gimmicks. So when it happens, you heard it right here on No Gimmicks.
And this is the only place I've said it.
Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.
Yes, sir.
So what else you got going on for the rest of the year? What's the rest of your year looking like?
Wow. So, me and the great Music Soul Child, R&B legend, known as his rap alter ego, The Hustle, we are working on a joint project together. So the song Pressure, which is on all distributive platforms right now, with October 11th, that video is dropping. Me and The Hustle, aka Music Soul Child, is dropping on all platforms. The video is. The song's already out. Make sure you guys stream that, but the video is coming out. Me and him are working on an EP together. Me and Music Soul Child as his alter ego, The Hustle, are dropping a project. It's kind of untitled right now. Shout out Kimberly. Salute, Miss Waters. And we are working on an exclusive project together. So that's coming out. Me and Swerve and Anthony King are dropping our Emmett mixtape, which is a group, like I said, of all three of us together. Dropping songs to industry beats. That's going to be for free for the people. So just content. I am working on, I have a song with Rich Boy, Platinum Selling Artist Rich Boy, Throw Some D's, that song, that record, that artist. Me and him have a song dropping. I have, I'm dropping an exclusive Greatest Hits Wrestling Themes project in November that is going to be hosted by my man Kevin, who did the voice for NBA Jam.
Okay.
He is being the voice and the intro kind of like hosting that project, where I'll put together it's like a mixtape. Shout out to the DJ who's going to be doing like scratches, like old school scratches. We're going to put out a greatest hits, a Monteasy's greatest hits of songs. It'll have Guevara, it'll have Roman Reigns, Heart of a Warrior, all those songs, but it'll be like an exclusive scratch. I am in November 24th. I'm doing my live Teasy's table at WrestleCade in North Carolina. I'm doing my first live Teasy's table with the people, live audience. Make sure you go to WrestleCade.com, get your tickets to see me Friday between 12 and 1:30 p.m. November 24th in North Carolina. Me and Swerve are still doing Swerve City Podcast together. Still have many guests, things that we're doing, many surprises.
That's a dope podcast too, by the way.
Thank you. Shout out to that. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Swerve City Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to my new YouTube channel, for another announcement. I am releasing next Thursday my first interview at Teasy's Table in studio with Kiera Hogan from AEW.
Nice.
We youtube.com/at Teasy's Table. You got to put the at before Teasy's Table. And we did a live in studio interview. I'll be releasing clips this week to build that up. That is my first episode on my new YouTube channel that I will be dropping. So that is coming out as well. So I am super busy. A lot of music coming. A lot of great things coming, man. Also, too, I don't know if you're interested, but I heard that beat at the beginning. And sound like No Gimmicks Podcast need a theme song.
Yeah.
And holla at me, brother. I'm gonna holla at you off the air and see what we can work out.
Let's see what we got, man.
Let's see what we can do. You know what I mean? I like that beat and all, but it needs some bars on it. So you know what I mean?
I got you.
Let's make something happen. I like this show. I like your energy, brother. Let me drop some bars on that too.
I got you, man.
Yes, sir.
We'll talk.
Absolutely, brother. We'll talk, man.
But yeah, man. It sounds like you got a busy rest of the year, man. You got a lot of great stuff coming down the pipeline. What I'm most excited about is Music Soul Child. That sounds like it's going to be some fire coming. So, very interested to see what you got coming down the pipeline, man. Very interested.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that, man, and I appreciate you. Not only the support, but just being able to talk to fellow wrestling fans about this. And my lane's kind of unique, and just to kind of see where it goes and talking to people about my mindset of it, because I have no problem giving up game to people or my thought process behind things, because there's power in information, and a lot of people try to hold the information because they don't want to give that. And anything that I can do to help the next generation, if I could find that one kid that's 11 years old and he wants to do this, and I can pass the torch to him and teach him everything that I know, because one day I'm gonna be doing other things, or I'm gonna be the OG, so everybody kind of knows who I am, and I could build up a new young kid that I can give all my secrets to and build him up.
Yep. That'd be dope, man. So just keep working, man. You got me inspired, for real. So just
Thank you.
Seeing your hustle and seeing your path and seeing how unique that really is, because like I said, rap and wrestling have like a great history together. So it's dope to see something unique as what you bring to the table. It's really unique, and it's awesome, man. It's awesome to see. So I really hope to see you keep working and keep growing, keep building, and especially with Swerve's building the empire, and I see you right along with them building that same empire. So
absolutely,
keep working, my man.
Absolutely. We're the big boy and Andre of wrestling. We're the outcast of wrestling. That's Andre. I'm big boy. So
yep, I like it. I love it. I love it. So all right, before we let you go, like I said, we do play a game. So I do see we have people in the chat. Feel free to play along, but this one's gonna be for you. All right. So every guest that comes on, I'm gonna ask you to, even though I know you're not a wrestler, but as a fan, we'll ask you your preference. That'll be the last question I ask. I have a streak going, so we'll see.
No problem.
It's either or. I'm gonna say something, either or, and you pick. It could be based on your preference. It could be based on what you think is better. It could just be based on nothing. Just, I like this one. It's this one.
Okay.
All right. So,
sure.
Are you ready?
Let's get it.
All right. So, Paid in Full, the movie, or Belly?
Paid in Full.
Why?
I like, even though Belly's legendary, Nas is my man, I like the Paid in Full story. The Paid in Full story, I can definitely understand. That's really real life situations. People get shot every day, B. You'll be all right. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just it's a great story. I like the imagery of Belly better, but the story of Paid in Full I lean towards more.
It's based in truth.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I like it. All right. So let's stay on the movie front. Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society?
Boys in the Hood.
Okay.
I like Boys in the Hood. Menace to Society is fire though. Menace to Society is amazing, but Boys in the Hood, that story was. I'm a fan of the story. Now, I'm a fan of stories, you know, and Boys in the Hood had a great story, childhood story. You know what I mean? I love great stories, even though some movies might be better in certain ways. But if the story gets me, you know, I'm more of the story person. Like even in wrestling, I like the story. I have to sink into the why instead of just seeing a bunch of people doing a bunch of moves and I don't care. Like I need to know why these things are happening. Like, oh crap, his leg's been worked on the whole match. He's limping. How is he going to overcome the leg injury? How is he selling the leg? Stuff like that. Same thing with movies. I'm the same way.
Okay. I like it. I like it. All right. Here's one for you. Illmatic or It Was Written?
Damn it. And I gotta pick. How long you got on this podcast? We might be here for a minute. Damn it. Oh.
That's the one.
Illmatic, because of the impact, I will choose Illmatic. But It Was Written was a better project.
Yes, I agree with that. 100%.
It was I Gave You Power is just How are you 20 something years old and you're writing a song as if you're a gun?
Yes.
How are you gonna write a song and I Gave You Power and you are a gun? And you're rapping from the perspective of a gun.
Yes.
If I Ruled the World, watch them. I'm not gonna say the N-word on here, but watch them. You know what I mean? That's all Foxy Brown.
Yep.
Better album to me cohesively. But for impact, I choose Illmatic. Okay. It ain't hard to tell. I mean, One Time for Your Mind, Life's a B with AZ. By the way, I love you, Nas, but I thought AZ had the better verse on Life's a B.
Oh, that's a hot take right there.
I always thought AZ had the better verse. A hot take. Even though Nas smoked it. I work at Berlin on my born day. I'm 20. It's a blessing. The essence of that. I love his verse, but life is the baddest. A person's status depends on salary, and my mentality is like, AZ spazzed on that first verse. So, yeah. You know, I can quote Nas and Nas songs all day, but yeah, Illmatic, but It Was Written was a better concept project, better overall album. Yes.
I'm not mad at that, honestly.
God, that was tough to answer. God, dude, that's like asking me who's my favorite kid.
I would have said It Was Written. It Was Written was a better album for me.
Yes, I agree with you. You ain't gonna get no argument from me there, man.
I'm not mad at it though. I'm not mad at it at all because you can go either way and either answer is right. It's just I like the struggle. All right, two more.
Sure, let's go.
All right. The Blueprint or the Black Album?
Oh, you are killing me, bro. You are. Oh my God. The Black Album.
That's a tough one. That for me, that's
tough, dude. Dude, you don't understand. I'm just answering your question because I have to, dude.
That's a tough one for me.
No, dude. I think. Okay.
Ooh,
Blueprint has 2 songs. Blueprint has 2 songs that I necessarily don't like. And Black Album only and Black not a big fan of Jigga that. Not a big fan of that.
Okay.
And I forgot the other one on there that I wasn't particularly a fan of. The only one I didn't like on Black Album was Justify My Thug. I didn't really like that record.
A lot of people don't like that song, but I loved it.
I hear you. I understand. So I have to do a process of elimination. If there's one song I don't like on one, but two, then I'm gonna choose the one where there's only one song I don't favor. But I think the Blak album was the greatest retirement album ever done. If he would have stayed.
Oh
retired.
yeah.
Like
he could have made that and not made music again, and that would have been the best album.
Now this is tough because the Blueprint had H to the Izzo, that had Heart of the City, Renegade, dude. Like I'm not mad. If you say the Blueprint, I'm not. Damn. All right, I take that back. It's the Blueprint, bro. I'm sorry, Blueprint, bro. I'll take it back. Now I love Change Clothes. I love Change Clothes. I love 99 Problems, but dude, Blueprint. I'll take that back. I'm going Blueprint. I'll take Blueprint, brother. I take Blueprint, brother, because Heart of the City.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Like Mama Loves Me, Mama Left Me. The outro, Mama.
The Girls remix with Michael Jackson.
But then on Blak album, you got My First Song with Biggie. Y'all wanna know down on top. Y'all wanna know I don't flop. Like, oh my God. I love good hip hop, bro.
Yes, man. Yes.
I remember where I was at when both of the albums dropped. I remember where I was at in life. Like,
me too. I know exactly where I was in both of those albums.
Yeah, I give the Blueprint on a slight edge. Slight edge. I've had my Blak album, but switching back, Blueprint, even though it had that 1-2 song I don't favor, Blueprint was so strong, bro. Oh,
crazy strong.
God.
Crazy
Kanye and Just Blaze left Earth on that, bro.
Yeah. This is when Kanye was in his absolute bag. Absolute bag.
Like Heart of the City is one of the best beats I ever heard in my life.
Yes, I agree with that. For me, I gotta still though. Blak album, I could still listen to the Blak album and not skip a song.
Me either.
It's one of the few albums that I can do that to.
Me too. But yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, that's a hard one. I'm gonna go Blueprint for now, but ask me again and my answer may change.
Yeah, I know, dude. It's hard, dog. You got me there, brother. You got me there. Usually, as the podcast guy, I like putting other people. I like to reverse it and make them think. You making me think right now. Jesus Christ, that's hard, bro. That is not easy to pick.
No, it's not. That's a tough choice. So, all right, last one. As a fan, do you prefer a baby face or a heel?
A heel. Easily heel.
Yeah.
Easily. The way what you could tap in to be a heel, to be hated, is phenomenal. My favorite heel of all time in wrestling is 1991, late 91 to mid 92, Jake the Snake Roberts.
You are correct about that. We actually our last show, we looked back at Jake the Snake Roberts attacking Macho Man Randy Savage with the snake.
That
phenomenal theater, bro.
Time period from when he did that snake to when he left at WrestleMania 8 when he wrestled The Undertaker.
Yep.
Best heel work I ever seen.
Yes.
I love Vince McMahon's run with Austin. I love 97, 98 Eddie Guerrero with the mullet. I love phenomenal. I love Hollywood Rock. I love those guys. But when it comes to two things that I will die to my grave on, 91 to 92 Jake Roberts is my favorite heel of all time. And 1989 to 1994 Scott Steiner is the best wrestler I ever saw in my life.
Oh, yeah.
With the straps.
You might be right about that.
1989 WC.
Yeah.
Most athletic dude. I will go to my cross to say that man was maybe not the best wrestler of all time, but like as far as like what they could do in the ring with the Steiner driver and the Frankensteiner, that dude was out of this world.
Not even that, because when he was in Japan, he was on a whole different level. Scott Steiner in Japan is probably one of the best wrestlers that ever walked the planet.
I will go to my grave saying that time was some of the best wrestling I ever seen in my life.
No, you're right.
Not pre-Papa Pump Steiner. Like, athletic, 88 to 94 period. I I'll go to my grave with that dude, man. I can watch any of his matches from that time.
I still say the Steiner screwdriver is one of the best finishing moves I've ever seen, and that's why
they can't have people. They can't have people do it no more because it's that crazy. Like,
yeah,
that's
Cage does it, but it's a variation. Brian Cage actually does it. Yeah, he breaks it out rarely too, and it's like when you see it, it's like, oh man, that move is crazy.
Yes, sir.
It is crazy. But yeah, I gotta agree with you.
It's just, I tell people, you want to watch wrestling? You want to watch real wrestling? Watch that wedding when that snake come out and Jake the Snake is got that snake in Elizabeth's face. Watch. That's wrestling. That's wrestling. That's wrestling. And that man, the promos, that evil, sinister, just didn't have to yell.
Yep.
You know,
just talking calm, like he's right in your face. Like
that's who I try to be in the podcasting world. With a little bit of humor to it. I try to be that in the podcast world. Jake is phenomenal, bro.
Yes, he is. And I'm so happy for him now, seeing him in the place he is now. Like, I love that for him, man. Like, for real. Because I did revere him when I was little. The DDT, for everybody who doesn't know, the DDT was like the move back then.
It was
you put somebody in the DDT, it was over.
Bye.
It was over.
Bye.
Yep. Good night.
The DDT happened. It's over, bro. There's no coming back from that.
Yep. Good night. It's over.
Yeah, I miss simple finishing moves like that. I miss finishing moves like that. That was simple, and it's sold to the point. Like,
yep.
Now that the DDTs are something regular now. When back then, when Jake hooked that arm, hooked that head,
over. Wake him up later. It's over.
That's it. Love Jake and I love Scott Steiner. I love heel 97, 98 wrestling Rey Mysterio, WCW mullet Eddie Guerrero. When he'd come out and he would just kind of have that cocky walk and just look.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love Hollywood Rock. I love heel right before he left Batista. Heel Batista when he came out and he had a spotlight on him when he was walking.
Yep.
Love that era of him. I love Rated R Superstar Edge. I love heels, bro. I love heels. I love Prime putting people in the head, Randy Orton.
The Legend Killer.
I love Legend Killer, but the Viper kicking people in the head, Randy. I love the work Swerve's doing right now. And I'm biased.
I was gonna say that too.
I'm extremely biased, and that's fine.
This is not biased. He's just that great right now. Swerve is
absolutely.
He's on a whole new level right now, especially with the work he did this past week with Hangman. That promo that he cut, like, what's a cowboy to an outlaw? Like, what? What's a what do you say? What's a buckshot to a kill shot? Like, bro,
dog, he's gonna be their first. He's gonna be their first black heavyweight champion. It's coming.
I'm here for it.
I'm here
for it.
He's the one.
Yeah.
I tell him all the time. You're the one, bro. You're the guy.
Yes, he is.
He's got the look. He's got the build now. He got the charisma, the that kind of je ne sais quoi about him. He'll be their first champion. He'll be the first black heavyweight champion. It's coming.
It screams Swerve without even trying. Screams, I am a star. Pay attention to me.
Yeah. And not everybody has that. Not everybody has that. Some people got to force it. Some people, he's got it. He's got it. And whatever that it is, he's got it.
I know. And I lived in California and I recently moved to Texas. But before I left, this was Swerve debuted at a New Japan show that they had there. Him and Jay White, coincidentally. He wrestled Jay White that night. And when he came out, it wasn't, and I watched Swerve on WWE, you could tell he was on a mission that night. You could tell. And I was like, I'm going to pay attention to Swerve because he looks like he is on a mission to be the top guy wherever he goes. And he's reaching that. He really is. So I'm very excited to see where he goes from here. I really do want him to be champion.
He'll get it, and I believe in my brother. Not only is he motivated, but he's got his mind in the right direction. Yep. And with that, you can achieve anything. And with anything, it's a yin and yang in life. You have your ups and downs. You have to pay the price in order to be successful in anything. There's something you're going to have to pay the price on. And he's paid the price personally. Many things has happened to him, and he's overcome them that I know in his life. And I'm happy to see where he's at now. It's just the beginning. And I'm happy to assist my brother any way that I can to him being successful, because I believe in him, and he's done the same thing for me. So without him, I wouldn't be here right now. So we work in unison, but I'm definitely proud of him. Extremely proud.
Shout out to Swerve, man. Shout out to Swerve. Again. All right, man. I kept you a long time. So
brother, hey man, I'm here, brother. You not only do you do great business, you had great questions, and I'm not worried about the time, brother. If I can have a great conversation with another king, another fellow black man, and we can talk about what we love to do anytime, brother.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Go ahead and tell the people where they can find you at.
Yes, everybody, you can find me at Teasy Jones on everything. Teasy Jones. Hit me up on Instagram, Twitter. Go to the Patreon, patreon.com/Teasy's Table. I'll be giving exclusive content there. I just launched it, got it going. Make sure you guys hit me up there. Make sure you guys go to monteasytv@gmail.com to hit me up for any bookings, for anything, appearances, motivational speakings, seminars, anything like that. I'm definitely here to give up the game and the information to help you guys, as long as you're willing to invest in it. Thank you, and also too, I want to shout you out, man. No Gimmicks Podcast. Kelvin, you've been a great host. You have something great going here. Keep going, keep pushing. Any way that I can help co-sign, I do. And keep doing your thing, brother. You got something special here. I love the questions. They were different. And I could tell you did your homework, and anything, hit me up, brother. I'm always around.
Yes, sir. I will. You have an open invite, man. Anytime you want to come chop it up, I'm here for it.
Peace, King. Thank you, brother. Yes, I thank you guys. Make sure you guys, everybody, once again, you see the banners below. Subscribe to my man. Show love to my bro and everything he has going on. Subscribe, to the YouTube. Follow him on Instagram. Follow him on Twitter as well. Make sure you support fellow black men and all this. We're all in this together. We're all in this. You know what I mean? We're all here to support each other. There's no egos here. Everybody's the same. We're all God's children at the end of the day.
Yes, sir.
So let's keep supporting each other, bro.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for your time, Monteasy, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you so much, man. This was excellent. This was excellent.
Anytime, man. You have yourself a great day, man. And I'll be hitting you up soon about that song, bro. We're gonna work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
brother.
Yes, sir. All right, man. So thank you guys for tuning in to the No Gimmicks Podcast here on the DFPN. Make sure you guys come back next time. Until then, enjoy the wrestling and peace.